Alright, what's going on with y'all, man? I'm back with another video. Left 4 Dead. Let's talk about Left 4 Dead. This is a game that definitely needs to come back for obvious reasons. Yeah, to be honest, I probably can't even tell you how many hours I put into this game back then. Just the overall, just like the maps, to the characters, to the zombies. For the most part, everything about this game was just good. Yeah, personally, I really had no complaints. There is one complaint I do have, and that's, why isn't there a Left 4 Dead 3, man? Like, come on. But yeah, it's crazy because it's like, when people ask for a Left 4 Dead 3, it's like, nothing. Valve is just not gonna do it. Yeah, but what's crazier is that, this wasn't even supposed to be a game. It was actually just a test. Yeah, a test, but for some odd reason, I mean, it worked. Yeah, and it definitely captured a lot of people's attention. Yeah, and what's also funny is the fact that there's no real story to this game, but there's still, like, you still feel like you have a sense of purpose. Yeah, I mean, the only real objective is just to survive, really. But of course, that's what a zombie game is really supposed to be about. Yeah, but what's funny is the fact that I'm pretty sure Valve had no idea this would pop off the way it did. Yeah, I really don't think that there's any other zombie game out there that's like Left 4 Dead. Yeah, you had your single player, but you also had your multiplayer as well. And then when it came to multiplayer, that was just a whole different type of thing because not only could you choose between being a character, but you could also choose being a zombie. Yeah, the only thing that sucked though was the fact that you couldn't pick the witch. Yeah, what's also funny is just the fact that this game doesn't really need like or this series I should say, because there's also Left 4 Dead 2, but the fact that this series doesn't really need a story. I mean, the story really is just you surviving and then going from location to location. I also feel like when it comes to zombie games, they don't really need like a story or like a strong story. Now, of course, you have your Last of Us games, your Resident Evil, Days Gone, etc. But I feel like Left 4 Dead was just a different type of zombie game because it lets you pretty much for the most part just have fun just all throughout without having to deal with I guess strong, dialogue. Yeah, and just for the most part just attachments to the characters. Now, that's not to say that oh, you shouldn't have attachments to characters. No, you should. But I feel like Left 4 Dead even though Bill, Zoe, and Lois and Francis don't have stories, but you still feel I guess a sense of connection. Yeah, to be honest, actually would have been cool if we got stories for the characters, but I feel like they gave us just enough. Yeah, I also feel like there's really no other zombie game like Left 4 Dead, just simply because the amount of I guess different types of zombies that you got. You always had to pretty much watch your back. Like it was never just on the ground. You also had to look up as well because you had I think it was the spitter. Yeah, or if it wasn't the spitter, then it was the hunter who had to constantly watch out for. So yeah, realistically, I mean, you really couldn't slow down for nothing. Well, at least if there was a health pack, then yeah. But other than that, like you had to keep moving. So yeah, I think that's why this series is loved so much because they're just nonstop action. Yeah, plus the ragdoll physics are really cool. You never really know like what to expect when it comes to these zombies. What I mean by that is just the amount of wave of zombies that you get. Yeah, it's crazy because in some areas, you'll have a minimal amount of zombies, and then if you go, say, like somewhere else on the side of the map, there'll be like maybe 15 or 20. Yeah, it's also pretty cool too because it is randomized, so it's not like say like if you die, then you'll see maybe the same amount. No, it does change. Yeah, just that aspect and style alone of gameplay is, I think, the reason why it's. Yeah, I also think that was the fun part too because it kept you on your feet. Yeah, just constantly watching and always on high alert. Yeah, because you never really know what you're gonna get next. Like maybe if you die to a tank, or then the next time you spawn, you might spawn with a witch next to you. Just given that the zombie locations were always randomized, like I said before, for the most part, it just constantly kept you on guard and on high alert. You also had different equipment too, like the pipe bomb. So when you throw it, what that would pretty much then do is distract the zombies. And then of course you had your standard equipment like the Molotov. Yeah, I was also gonna say too, what was really cool and also what came in handy was if you didn't have any bullets, you also got to use the melee feature. So overall, this franchise is just great as a whole. Now I know that a lot of people are fans of Left 4 Dead 2, but Personally, I'm more of a fan of Left 4 Dead 1. I would say, in my opinion, that it's probably the best zombie game out there. Just because what it offers and what it also just delivers, which is just a fun and non-stressful experience. Just real simple gameplay, man. Yeah. Now I know when it comes to Left 4 Dead 2, of course they have more, new maps, new, guns and stuff like that. But personally, I like Left 4 Dead 1. Yeah, and then of course you had that one game, I believe it was called Back 4 Blood. Now that was made by the same developers who made Left 4 Dead, but yet I still don't think it did as good as Left 4 Dead did in terms of, gameplay and sales and stuff like that. Yeah, but then of course over the years, you constantly had other zombie games that'll try to mimic and replicate Left 4 Dead's style of gameplay, but I just think personally it can't be touched. But yeah, personally, I mean obviously when it comes to Left 4 Dead, it pretty much did everything perfectly. Yeah, and it does suck that we haven't gotten a new entry in like over a decade. But yeah, besides that, I do hope that Valve changes their mind one day and actually give us Left 4 Dead 3 because it definitely needs to happen. But alright, that about does it for this video. If you enjoyed my thoughts on this, be sure to give the video a like. If you want to comment something, feel free to comment. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Alright, y'all. Peace out.
Holy shit.
Hey, kill all sons of bitches, right?